What's up, everyone? Welcome down to another episode of The Vault. Today, we are going to do another episode of Toxic Trivia, and I think I have a formidable opponent across from me. He is Mr. Derek Ramirez. You know him from Legacy and Testament fame. So without any other further ado, let's bring him in.
Welcome to Toxic Trivia with your host, alas, me, poor York, dug up to be your humble quizmaster. Without further ado, let's meet tonight's challenger. We have a 55-year-old gynecologist from Dublin, California, Derek Ramirez.
That's why the lady's a tramp.
Some say he naturally faces magnetic north and that his legs are hydraulic. All we know is we call him Zetro.
PMS jokes are neither funny nor appropriate. Period.
Gentlemen, the rules of the game are simple. Shit talking is encouraged. The first person to 21 points wins. Every right answer, you get a point, and for every wrong answer, one will be taken away. Or if you fail to answer when you ring in, will result in a point deduction. Ready?
I'm ready. I'm set.
Let's do this. What did the hard rock band Kiss famously do in 1983?
They took their makeup off.
That is correct. In which year did Bob Dylan controversially go electric?
1969?
Incorrect. 65. In 1990, which group appeared as the band at the party in the film Back to the Future Part 3?
Who is Huey Lewis in the News?
Incorrect. ZZ Top.
We're not Jeopardy, Derek. You don't have to go. Who is? I love that. Who is? You can tell somebody watching Jeopardy.
That's funny.
Who was the first rock artist ever to be arrested on stage during a concert performance?
Jim Morrison?
That is correct. Which American hard rock band released an album cover called The Spaghetti Incident in 1990?
Guns N' Roses.
That is correct. Soundgarden and Pearl Jam made a tribute album for the late singer Andrew.
Temple of the Dog.
That is correct. He sung in Rainbow and Black Sabbath and is regarded.
Ronnie James Dio.
That is correct.
Damn. Got me on that.
Paul Hewson, David Evans, Adam Clayton, and Lawrence Mullen are better known.
You too.
That is correct. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, are the lyrics of which song?
Stairway to Heaven.
That is correct.
You're going to get warmed up here, Derek.
I don't know.
In what year did Jonah Jett and the Blackhearts have a hit with I Love Rock and Roll?
Joan Jett.
1982.
That is correct.
He got it. Damn.
You're there, Derek. I got it for you. You watch Jeopardy. I can tell by your answer. The way you answer. Should have got Rottweiler in to do this, huh?
Yeah, he's probably better.
Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and Alice in Chains all hail from which American...
Seattle.
That is correct.
Come on, Derek. Get on that button, bro. And believe me, he wants me to lose. He makes it, there's nothing better for him. I don't get to see any of this shit. Believe me.
He had practice, though.
Which Jimi Hendrix Experience cover version of a Bob Dylan track is considered to be far greater than the original? All Along the Watchtower.
I didn't know that.
Me either.
Wow. Dylan wrote that? Damn, York.
That's a good song, too.
What power ballad by an Anglo-American rock band Foreigner hit with number 1 in the UK and in the US in 1984?
Manowar?
I want to know what love is.
Did you say Man of War?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't even think you were close. But
I thought they were power metal.
Which instrument does Iron Maiden founder Steve Harris play?
Bass.
I'm gonna give that to Derek because I didn't chime in. Give it to Derek.
That is correct. Which album from 1978 was reissued in 1991 and led to a 1993 sequel?
Bat out of hell, Meatloaf.
That is correct.
God, the chronology there, I had to follow that. I'm like,
Which group took its name from a medieval instrument of torture?
Iron Maiden.
Shit.
Come on, D. Come on,
You're
D.
faster than...
Come on, D. Faster than you ever lived to be.
Yeah, fast as a shark.
Classic killers! On D! Attack! Attack!
Smoke on the Water came from which album?
Live in Japan?
Incorrect. Machine Head.
That's right.
You know, you lose a point every time.
I
you have
know.
one.
I'm way behind.
You're so in the hole. Right now. I mean, if you don't, you notice my strategy is I really don't chime in. If I don't know. It would be different if you didn't get docked. But Yorick has got this fucking thing set up to where if you miss one,
Yeah,
you
you're
get
back.
docked a point.
I know.
And here we don't know what the score is. We're just going. That's the whole idea.
Well, I'm going to be
You at
way...
home do.
Whose stage act included simulating killings of a doll and a chicken?
Alice Cooper.
That is correct.
I was going to say Wasp.
Hot. The negatives are just going back in reverse. And he watches Jeopardy, everyone, really.
Who in 1966 spoke of being more popular than Jesus?
John Lennon.
That is correct.
I'm still in the hole.
Who released the solo album Blaze of Glory, which included tracks from...
John Bon Jovi.
That is correct.
I don't know those ones.
Who was murdered by his father on his birthday in 1984?
Marvin Gaye.
That is correct.
Old man brought him in this world,
Yeah.
and he took him out.
You shot him, yeah.
Which Beatles song was banned by the BBC because its initials were said to be drug related?
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
That is correct.
You should know that one, Asset Face.
I'm trying to give it to I'm helping you out here, D. Come on, I don't even think you're really in the plus column yet. I think you're still digging your way up.
Which cartoon film did the Beatles make in 1960?
Yellow Submarine.
That is correct.
See, it's like you get on a roll,
Hey,
and
I
then
gotta-
all of a sudden,
I'm gonna do a
it's
Danny
like two
Shipman
in a
on you.
row. You may. You just may.
Autograph is best known for what song from their 1984 album, Sign In Please?
Turn up the radio.
That is correct.
Jesus.
Dante's Fox manager, Alan Niven, thought the band should change their name. He suggested the nickname that the singer Jack had given the band's guitarist Mark. Dante Fox became known as
Brittany Fox.
Great White.
I was going to say that too.
That was a total. I figured I could spend one. I figured I had one to spend.
Right.
Who frolicked on the hoods of the Jaguars and White Snakes?
Tanya Katane.
That is correct.
Boy, see.
Yeah. Here we go.
Which female-fronted band gained notoriety for controversial S&M inspired concert?
The Genitorturers.
Incorrect. Bitch. Tommy Lee of Motley Crue met his future wife Heather Locklear at what concert?
Motley Crue.
Incorrect. Poison.
Jesus.
You are just. That's okay, because I'm just letting you sink yourself. You just sinking on down.
Yeah, I'm going to have to practice at the trivia.
It's all right. You do Jeopardy. I can tell by your first
Yeah,
answer.
right.
Who was Huey Lewis?
Which band is known for the image of a dude in a hockey mask and a straitjacket on their album covers?
Raven.
Quiet Riot.
Yeah, the hockey mask too.
Yeah, but on the cover of their album, he's
did have
talking
a
about
cover.
in a straitjacket.
Oh,
You
yeah,
missed that.
yeah.
You got to listen to the question. Fucking Yorick is a dick. And
Yeah, where do you get these fucking questions?
Times I'm fucking pissing me off.
At the end of an animated TV show, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, which ran from 1983 to 1986, Grateful Kids said, "Now we know," and Joe responded,
Go, Joe.
"And don't you forget it." On Pee-wee's Playhouse, 1986 through 1981, Conker the Robot gave Pee-wee the word of the day. When Pee-wee was asked, "You all remember what to do when anybody says the secret?"
You scream.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And it's conky.
Conky, yeah.
Get it right.
It is conky.
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, hosted by Robin Leach, ran from 1984 to 1995. We loved oogling fancy houses and listening to Robin Leach hoity-toity English accent. At the end of each episode, Leach used his catchphrase.
Champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
That is correct. Cheers, a sitcom set in a Boston bar, ran from 1982 until 1993. One character greeted the bar patrons by saying, "Afternoon, everyone." Then everyone in the bar would shout his name.
I never watched Cheers.
Woody?
Incorrect. Norm.
I'm not a big Cheers guy.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I could tell.
What star of The Breakfast Club was also part of the original cast of Facts of Life? Molly Ringwald.
That's right. You're right about that. That's right.
She was?
She played a really tiny little girl on there. Maybe the first year, and then she was off.
Okay.
Because they only focused on the 4 of them after that. But there was like 8 girls in the first year or something like that.
Right.
Good job, Yorick. Jerk.
Jeez.
Who was the lead singer of Genesis before Phil Collins stepped into the role?
Peter Gabriel.
That is correct. On Family Ties, what presidential picture did Alex Keaton keep on his nightstand?
Reagan.
Incorrect. Richard Nixon.
That's right. It was Nixon.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that one.
Bob Barker, beloved host of a game show, The Price is Right, from 1972 to 2007, signed off every show with the phrase, "Have your pets spayed or neutered."
No shit.
I was going to say.
Well, I'm not a blue hair yet, so I'm not at that fucking level. I'll tell you in about 20 years.
From 1983 to 1987, members of the A-Team, an ex-Army Special Forces group, worked as soldiers of fortune. Cigar-smoking team leader Hannibal's catchphrase was,
I was in Legacy at those days, and we were out partying and doing
Yeah, we were
partying,
watching
practicing.
TV.
I wasn't watching the A-Team at that time, so
"I love it when a plan comes together."
I could have fucking got that. I could have got 5. I would have got 5 wrong before I even got close to that.
Alice, 1976 to 1985, chronicled the happenings at Mel's Diner, a greasy spoon in Phoenix, Arizona. Burly fry cook Mel's Blue Plate Special were served up by the waitress Alice, Flo, and Vera. Texas-born Flo later had a self-titled spin-off show. What was Flo's sassy catchphrase?
Kiss my grits.
That is correct.
That's right.
That was a fun one.
Oh,
Although,
man.
Yorick, your questions are like paragraphs, dude.
Okay, go for it.
Which Popular's 1907 carpet had long fibers and was used to cover everything from floors to van and interiors?
Shag.
That is correct.
What the hell?
The questions are random. They're random, random.
People use phrases like 10-4, good buddy, when communicating on which radio system?
On a Citizens Band radio system.
That is correct.
Come on, D. You were like hot for a minute there.
I know.
You got one bad one, and then all of a sudden it's gone downhill from there.
I know.
Come on now.
I don't think I'm going to get any of these.
You're getting him.
What was Grandpa's first name on the Waltons? Zeb.
Zeb.
Yeah, Zeph. His name was Zet.
Zeb. Yeah.
Zet. They called him Zet. Yeah. Hey, where's Grandpa Zet at?
Which husband and wife recording team had a variety show from 1971 to 1970?
That would be Sonny and Cher.
That is correct. Which show featured characters Pete, Link, and Julie?
That would be the Mod Squad.
Wow.
That is correct. Which mid-1970s album went number one? Which sleeve shown two men shaking hands in an empty street with one man on fire?
Pink Floyd. Wish You Were Here.
That is correct.
Good for you. God damn, Derek.
Well, he's saying more stuff I know.
That was fucking...
I don't know nothing about the Waltons.
Yeah, the guy's name was Zet. We found that out.
Zet.
Grandpa Zet.
The Logical Song appeared on which Supertramp album?
The one where she's holding all the fucking shit. Okay, how about that? Yeah. Yeah, duh.
Breakfast in America.
Okay, exactly. But remember, she's like on the cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. That's why I didn't chime in. I remember the cover.
November Rain was on which Guns N' Roses album?
Use Your Illusion.
That is correct. Which guitarist joined the Eagles on Hotel California?
Was that Bill Walsh or Joe Walsh? That Niner guy, Bill Walsh. Yeah, that was Bill Walsh. Yeah. Oh, no, it was the other guy, Steve Walsh.
Which band produced the best-selling album, Brothers in Arms?
Dire Straits?
That is correct.
Wow.
And that was a total,
And with that correct answer, Zetro, you win.
It was a good thing, though, Derek. I have to redeem myself
All right.
from last week's loss to Shipman.
Well, Shipman's smart,
I want
man.
him. I want him back. I want him hard.
Toxic Trivia was brought to you by Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee. Graphics were done by Maggot Meister from All Things Rotten. Produced by Wayne Marcella. This is a Grey Haven Media production.